Most of the planes that I tow, I've done it for a long time, most of the planes I tow, I actually tow backwards. I push them. Welcome to a EAA Seaplane Base towboat. This is towboat number 1. I have a lot of radio communications here. We are using Icom products. I'm pleased to know that mine says Jim. They actually put my name on this radio. Why? Because I keep leaving it all over the place. Thanks. So the Seaplane Base is a really interesting location. This was owned by two guys, Al Zirbel and Bill Brennan. And this was in the 1970s. Al and Bill had a dock and they parked their airplanes here, and that was it. Bill Brennan was actually a famous air racer of the 1940s and 1950s. They both lived here in Oshkosh and they owned this property. They had friends that when the EAA show came here, they had friends that said, hey, can I fly my plane in and see you? And they didn't really have a mechanism for that, but they only had a dock, and so there was no way to accommodate the planes. Al then came up with this marvelous invention of making a bridle that connects to the propeller of an airplane. The problem was that it was really hard to tow the plane over to the buoy because the boat would weather vane just as much as the plane wanted to weather vane. So then he came up with this idea, and these booms, he came up with these tubular booms that attach to the cleats, and I'll show you that for a moment. We'll take one here for a second. And so even if they had plugs, even if they had these buoys, they really couldn't do much with them because it was too hard to tow a plane with a boat to get it somewhere. So then he created this. They clip onto those front. We just tie them tight. I'll do that. I'll do the process. Oh. All right, and then they get cleated off right, and now it's tight. And when they're tight like this, now you have full control over the aircraft. It's your baby at this point, and it allows this tiny little boat to totally manage it and tell the plane where to go. So I can pull this anywhere now. I can take a left, I can go back. Most of the planes I tow, I actually tow backwards. I push them. They don't weather vane when you're pushing them. That's what I do. Everybody's got a different technique. So those folks, that's like our control tower. Even though we're on Unicom, that point controls who comes in and goes out and tells and makes sure it remains safe. They're communicating with us on the airband radios, but they also communicate with the dock on a separate bandwidth dock radio. They also communicate with other sections of the base, so they don't conflict, but they all have really, really good communications. The AirVenture radios, the Icoms that we use, we're using those to watch the planes. For example, when we do a tow and go, we're pulling the pilot and their passengers and the plane ready to rumble all the way out to the bay there. And when we do a tow and go, sometimes they might have a mag that goes bad or something like that. You got stuff that doesn't go right. Or if somebody, if they hit a wave and they bend something or whatever, we're there, we're in the boat, we've got an Icom radio, we hear what they have to call, so we can pick that up. We're gonna go pick up a boat here, so you're gonna be on a little trip with me. Pick up a plane. Okay.
Perfect timing.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna touch it. There you go. Okay, thank you. Cessna H06. I got a pretty good job. I like this job. You done?
Hey, Dave here. So what's going on? You got anyone flying on the water? No reported traffic at this time.
Does the water look like it's
National Weather Service says a bit of
9-inch waves.
3/10 of a wave. However, another plane in recently said there were some higher rollers. Got it. Get a look at it. We're coming in to see what's going on. We can come out here for it.
Okay, that was a
Please take a look at it.
perfect example of where the airband radios here on Unicom make so much sense along with the point. Remember, the point almost serves as a tower. And so, and they also serve as ATIS, right? Because there is no ATIS here. And so the folks at the point just told that plane, it's gonna be coming over us in a minute, just told us that plane what the conditions were so they can be ready for it, right? Just like a tower would do, just like you would do with ATIS. It's a Piaggio Gull. What a cool plane. Okay, so we use the Icom radios when we're in a boat. When we're doing a tow and go, we need to be ready to communicate with them. If they get out and they have too many waves, or if somebody has an issue. Oh, my left mag isn't working correctly. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do run up. We gotta go back to the dock. We're out there. We're ready to pick them up and grab them so they don't do any damage to their plane. Right? We never want to dent a plane. And then if there are other emergencies, occasionally somebody will report something. A pilot's flying over and said, hey, it looks like two boats hit each other somewhere out, you know, by that beach or whatever. Well, it's something, if we're nearby, the person that's closest is the person that needs to render A, right? H06. We'll find it. Oh, there it is. It's HOG. Hog. Looks like a 185. All right, let's go there. Feels good, doesn't it? Now, this is a funky one. I'm not a fan of the way that they bridle these things. We're really happy to have the Icom radios here in these boats so that we have direct communication with those coveted pilots that are taking people for rides or displaying some interesting aircraft. All of that connected by the Icom radio, the airband radio, talking to the point, talking to the boats, talking to the pilot in the plane. So that's what we do here. And yeah, we're using Icom for communications all over the place. If we in the boats can't talk to the pilots and the pilot needs help, that would be trouble.
Yes, sir.
We have very little trouble here, but if there were, we'd be ready for it. I hope it's been fun for you. We're gonna get you off the boat pretty quick here.